when you're truly confident, when you truly are confident, it allows you to be able to say, you know what, like if you and I are working together and I've been doing this for 20 years and you've been doing it for 4 or 3 or 2, and you come to me and say, hey, I want to try this a different way. If I'm really confident, I'll be able to say, you know what, that plan sounds better than mine, actually. Why don't you go and execute that?
Wow.
Now, what do you think of me when I say that?
Awesome.
Yeah, you think, oh, that's
You're the
cool.
man. He's a cool leader.
He's a cool leader.
He gets me.
He
trusts me.
He trusts me. He
respects me.
He respects me, and he's got confidence. Now, if you come to me with a plan, which, by the way, you can tell that your plan's better than mine. I mean, it's evident for whatever reason.
Yeah.
You come to me with that plan, and I go, no, we're not doing it that way. Do it my way.
I'd be like, this guy sucks.
This guy sucks. Not only that, but you realize that I don't even have the confidence to trust you and let you move forward.
Yeah, he's an egomaniac.
He's
got to be his way.
Got to be his way. There you go. All those things.
Yeah.
So I don't play that game.
With friends, with business partners, with your wife, you don't play a game anywhere.
No, I don't play that game.
How did you learn that? To like
Because
detach
I
your
saw
triggers,
it
like emotional triggers.
Over and over and over again. Saw it over and over again. So
did you used to be that way and you saw it, or you just saw it from other people?
Luckily for me, I was able to observe a lot. And I had this situation unfold. So I got a new book coming out, which is, I explain this situation. Yeah. I was in a SEAL platoon. I was a follower, so I was like, I was a one cruise wonder, so I'd been on one deployment, but still not super experienced.
Yeah.
And we had a platoon commander that was very inexperienced and had a massive ego. And so this is a bad combination.
That's scary.
So what did he do? He would say, we're doing it this way, this is who we're going to take, this is the mission, this is the plan we're going to use. He would force all of that down our throats. Not just mine, but everyone. Even guys that were experienced, even guys that had way more experience than him. He would force these plans down our throats. And what do you think our attitude is? The attitude that you just explained earlier.
Yeah.
We were totally, hey, this guy sucks, this guy's got a big ego, he doesn't listen to anyone else, he's horrible.
You didn't respect him, yeah.
And eventually we had a mutiny against that guy.
Wow.
We had a mutiny. We rebelled against him and said, we're not going to work for this guy.
Really? How often does that happen in the Navy?
Never. Hardly ever.
Holy
I mean,
cow.
that's the only mutiny that I saw in my 20 years.
It was that bad, though.
Was that situation. So we have this mutiny. And that was bad. And you know, at the time I was sitting there looking, and I actually had an okay relationship with the boss, because I'm a person that even as a new SEAL, I realized, you got to build a relationship with the guy that you're working with. You got to make sure that you can talk to them, that they'll talk to you, that you understand what they want. It's like, you got to do that.
Baseline of like and respect.
Smart thing to do.
Yeah.
So this unfolds. And of course, even though I had a relationship with the guy, I didn't want to work with for him because he was horrible.
Right.
So he gets fired. And I'm watching it going, wow, that was weird, because why did we hate that guy so much? Well, the reason was because he didn't listen to anyone. Everything was his way. He didn't treat us with respect. He was one of those guys that, like, you take out the garbage. Hey, when we're traveling in a van, the front seat is left open for me. That was like one of his things, right? So all of us like, what are you talking about? So none of us wanted to follow him. And that stood out very starkly to me. Then, when he got fired, a new platoon commander came in to take his place. And this platoon commander that came in to take his place was an awesome guy, had this great reputation as being a badass SEAL. And I didn't know him, but everyone knew his name.
Wow.
And he came in to take over, and I was kind of like, oh, dang, we're about to get tightened up, the guy's getting sent in here to fix us. So he shows up, and I'm expecting this total beast to come in. And he's not a huge guy. He's got like a nice smile on his face. Very, not quiet, but not loud, just kind of a humble guy. And he says something along the lines, hey, I'm looking forward to working with you guys.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, that's weird. And well, then it turns out when we got a training mission that we were gonna go on, like the very first one, he's like, hey, you guys, here's the mission. You guys come up with a plan. And we're like, wow. And
but you're supposed to tell us the plan, right?
Yeah, because that's what we've been used to. And by the way, this guy had incredible experience, combat experience. Yeah. He'd had just about every job in a SEAL platoon that you can have. And there he was telling us to come up with a plan. And we loved this guy. And we would do anything for him.
Wow.
So when I saw that stark contrast between these two leaders, one of them who was arrogant and one of them who was humble, that left a mark on me that never went away.